It's kind of interesting when you go to study for a test and no one else in your class has put effort into study and you're the only one that studied. Always study for your test. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day of the week for a while. Excuse me. My apologies, I didn't like the angling of the camera. The angling I had the camera at, so I wanted to just readjust it, and I didn't want to do it while I was filming because just in case anybody's a little sensitive to shaky cameras, so I wanted to kind of like just do this so I wouldn't have to do it on camera. So anyway, today in this video, I have a Knit With Me story time. As you can see, I'm knitting a project right here. And today's Knit With Me story time is going to be the time I was studying for my English test. I studied for my English test, and no one else in my English class ended up studying. No one in my English class ended up studying for this test. And they literally didn't know the answers. My teacher was not impressed with how the class was. So this is the sequel to how I was the only one to do an assignment for English class. And if you want to see that story, I'll link it down below if you didn't see it. And I apologize for the background noise. My dogs are barking, and I'm going to try my best to talk over them. And it's probably going to be a little bit distracting, but it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you guys, I'm sorry. There's no way I can deal with it right now. So anyway, this is a story just to teach you guys you should always study for your test, so then you can get... Stop. Okay, I gotta go. Excuse me. My apologies. There was just a lot of background noise and I was trying to wonder what was going on. Anyway, so this is a story just to teach you guys you should always study for your test. Even if you don't have a good memory, maybe study for a couple days. I know some people do better studying like the night before, but if you're like me, it's good to study for a few days, and you should always study for a test so then you can pass it. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this all started about, excuse me. Sorry about that. So this all started about 17 years ago. I was in the 8th grade. My English class had a test coming up. I forgot what the test was for. Maybe it was, I think it might have been a vocabulary. Was it a vocabulary test? It was one of those tests, but I don't remember what the test was for, but it was something to do with English. And my teacher announced that we were having an upcoming test. So, she gives us all the notes that we need to study from, and she gives us like a worksheet or a practice test, and I work on the practice test, and I'm doing the test and worksheet. And the worksheet, I had like a English book, textbook that I used the worksheet for, and I was studying for it, and I was working on the test. I don't remember what the test was for. Like I said, I don't remember if it was reading comprehension. I don't remember it was vocabulary. I don't remember if it was nouns, pronouns, adjectives. I can't remember what this assignment was for. I mean, I can't remember what this test was to study for, but I know it was definitely for English. And oh, I forgot to mention, this is kind of like the sequel to, sorry, this is kind of off topic. This is the sequel to how I was the only one to do an assignment for English. And if you want to see that story, I'll link it down below. Anyway, so I study for the test, and I study pretty much all week. Ignore that there's music downstairs. And I study for the test, and as I'm studying, the day of my test comes, And I do pretty well on it. My teacher gives us like a practice quiz and asks questions about the quiz, and nobody bothers to really answer. They don't like remember the answers or whatever. And I pretty much was able to answer a lot of the questions, but no one else could remember their answers before the test. And my teacher was not very happy with everyone in the class, because she was very disappointed about nobody even bothered to take time to remember anything before this test. She was pretty upset with how everybody was not focused, and they couldn't answer any of the questions she had that were in the test. And she was just telling everybody that they needs to study, and they should have studied when they had the time, and yada, 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 so they could do well on this test. So everybody keeps quiet. My teacher hands out the test, and we all do the test. And sadly, I didn't do very well on this test, because I think what happened was I must have gotten nervous and forgot a lot of my answers and stuff. I think I got like a C or something. I can't remember what I got in that test, but I remember I didn't get like as well of a grade I was hoping. But at least I still did the test, and I don't think everybody else got a good grade either due to nobody studying for the test. And it shows that if you don't study, then you're not going to remember a lot of stuff, and you don't get a good grade. So the moral of the story is, if you don't have a good memory, you should always study for a test ahead of time, just so you have enough time to remember everything. And if you put effort into study, you'll do pretty well on your test. And sometimes, even if you do study, you don't always do as well as you hope on your test. So don't take it personal. Just try your best to find different ways to study. And you also should just probably study ahead of time. I know some people, like I said, I know a lot of people like to wait till the night before a test to study. But it's probably, if you don't have a good memory, the best thing to do is just study a couple weeks or a couple days ahead before the test, so then you can remember everything to make it easy, and just take the time and effort to study. So that was a story about how I was the only one to study for a test. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day of the week for a while, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe.